Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of World Wrestling Affliction. We are here again at our Blood and Thunder PLE Night 2. And we are kicking off with... What the hell is that? Okay, so that's obviously Isabella Hunt, and as I'm now being informed, Alex Butler instead of Alexia Butler. She's decided to just go by Alex now. That's fair enough. What's with the skull makeup? I don't know. But we are here tonight opening up with the tag team match between Eminence and High Voltage. I've spoken to both of the teams backstage and they say this is the definitive finish to their rivalry that has been spanning for months and months now. And those two women, Isabella Hunt and Alex Butler, will be defending the women's tag titles in Night 3. But first, can Saber and Quantum of Eminence take on these two? What am I looking at here?
And their opponents, accompanied by Mr. Michael.
Well, High Voltage obviously not taking themselves too seriously here. Walking into this tag team match. But Ledesma and Paradigm Jr. of High Voltage. Now this whole rivalry all started with a ladder match where these two were fighting for a tag team title shot and the managerial skills of that man right there, Mr. Michaels. This team right here, High Voltage, won that match, earning that title shot and the managerial skills of Mr. Peter Michaels. Though Mr. Peter Michaels also happy with, at the time, Los Luchadores, also gave them his managerial skills. And after two failed attempts at the tag titles from High Voltage, including another tag team match between these two teams as a faction to see who earned that second title shot, Los Luchadores, now Eminence, decided, hey, we're not happy with that, we're going to be stopping you. They stopped them from, I believe, a third title shot. And then it spurned into a match. They were fighting left, right, and center, and then it led to the infamous table match at Wrestle Empire, where the match was like less than a minute long. And it was for the definite managerial skills of Mr. Michaels. Now, High Voltage lost that match, but Los Luchadores decided they're going to change their look, change their gimmick, change their masks, and completely turn on Mr. Michaels. So High Voltage, coming to Mr. Michaels' rescue, earned his respect and his thanks, and now he's managing them again. Managing, is that even a word? I don't think so. But I digress. So that's why this match has started. We had a singles match a couple weeks ago between Ledesma and, I believe, Quantum. And Quantum won that match by, I think, a countout. I may be wrong there. But it was definitely not a definitive end. Only a 2 count there from Saber. We have Ledesma in the ring. Big super kick from Ledesma. On the roll up. Goes to the cover. 1, 2, oh. Just barely a 2 count. Before Ledesma kicks out there. Now we have Quantum in the ring. And since becoming Quantum and Saber, Eminence has shown a whole different side of themselves that we haven't seen before. They're more vicious, more I'm trying to think of the word. It's not coming to mind right now. Oh, but a Spanish fly from Ledesma. Methodical. That's the word that I'm looking for. They're more dangerous, more methodical in the way they wrestle. And I mean, attacking Mr. Michaels, almost using a chair on him. Their despicableness has no grounds. As High Voltage trying to beat them now. And now you've got to think, will a win here be enough for Quantum and Saber to give Isabella Hunt and Alex Butler the motivation they need to continue their title reign after just winning the titles at Wrestle Empire? They were the first, I believe, women's tag champions and the longest reigning women's tag champions to date. They lost the titles to the Lane Twins in that Four Corners tag match, and the Lane Twins dominated it. Dominated the tag title scene for the next couple of months until Wrestle Empire in that triple threat tag team ladder match. And that's where, at the time, the Chick Crew, now Quantum, walked out once again as two-time women's tag champions. Nice Hurricane Runner there from Ledesma. But Quantum cuts him off with the punch. But it doesn't bother him. He's straight back on Saber. Gets him in the corner. Went for a tag to Paradigm Jr., though I don't think the ref would count it because he's not quite in the corner there. Well, the ref counted the tag anyway. Now Quantum and Paradigm Jr. in the ring. I'm just kicking him off that apron. Saber with the punch now. But Paradigm Jr. hits Saber with another punch. Cuts him off. Paradigm Jr. over the top rope, knocking Saber out as he does it. Now, him and Quantum brawling it out on the outside of the ring. But Quantum's smart enough to bring it inside the ring here. They want a definitive end to this match. And Ledesma and Quantum fighting on the outside of the ring. Paradigm Jr. just waiting for Ledesma to be done with Quantum and throw him back in the ring here. Here we go. Rolling Thunder. Goes to the cover now. One. Oh, and Saber out of nowhere with the save. Now Quantum back to his feet, beating down Paradigm Jr. here. Goes to the tag, but misses. Paradigm Jr. taking the time to taunt. Immediately locking up Saber. Saber with the throw. Jump over, leapfrog, duck down. Big German suplex into a bridging pin. Goes to the cover. Only a 1 count there. And Paradigm Jr. trying to get to Ledesma in the corner. But it just wasn't working for him. And Paradigm Jr. dodges the double axe handle with a counter. Saber in the corner. Doesn't make a tag, interestingly enough. After fighting to get that tag into Ledesma, finally has Sabre in his own corner and doesn't make the tag in. Interesting choice from Paradigm Jr. there. Again, isn't making the tag to his tag partner, just beating Sabre down in the corner. Now Sabre stalking Paradigm Jr. in the corner, tagging in Quantum here. Now Quantum, big exploder suplex into the corner, goes to the cover right in front of Ledesma. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Now Ledesma gets into the ring after Paradigm kicks out. And we finally have a tag into Ledesma after Paradigm's been fighting for a while to get that tag in. And what a move, a jumping DDT onto that apron there. Now Quantum just beating down on Ledesma on the outside of the ring. Throwing him around. Just completely ignoring Mr. Michaels there. Throws him into the ring. Misses the shoulder charge. Ledesma getting fired up now. But Quantum with the counter. Oh, the roll up into the kick to the face. Now Paradigm Jr. on the top. Watching Quantum on the outside of the ring. Big kick as he falls down there. Now Quantum has him back in the ring. Misses a splash over the top rope there. Giving Paradigm Jr. a chance to recover. Paradigm Jr. staring. Nice moonsault off that second rope. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? No. Sabre out of nowhere once again with the breakup. Now Quantum with a kick to Paradigm Jr.'s face. Jumping neck breaker. And it puts them both down. Paradigm Jr. to his feet first. Quantum's still a bit weak. Interesting that that move did a bit more damage to Quantum than it did to Paradigm Jr., being that it was Quantum's move. Maybe Quantum's running out of fuel in the tank here in this match. And Paradigm Jr., oh, misses a drop kick in the corner. As I say that, Quantum back to his feet. In his own corner. A possible tag could be made here. But right now, Paradigm Jr. just beating down on Quantum. And now turning his targets to Saber with, oh my god, a pile driver to the outside. These two teams aren't kidding around. And oh, misses the knees in the corner. Big back suplex there from Quantum there. I had to think of his name for a second there. Oh, lawn dart to the second rope. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Definitely not enough. Quantum not happy. Now Quantum with crossface stretch. And a nice spinning DDT there. Once again, taking Quantum out. I think he's definitely running out of fuel in the tank. That being said, Quantum's back to his feet first here. He was going to drag Ledesma, but no, he realized Paradigm Jr. was going to kick out, so he stopped, allowing him to get to his feet, but also staying on the offensive here. Oh, the stretch over the ropes. But it wasn't enough. And Meteora. And once again, with the crossface. His leg's under the rope, but the ref isn't seeing. Doesn't matter as Paradigm Jr. fights out. Then maybe it was just camera angle. Maybe his foot wasn't under the rope. I apologize there. The camera angle did not show properly where his foot placement was. And dropping that leg drop over the top rope. Big super kick to Saber. Super kick? Super kick. Paradigm Jr. calling for Quantum to get up, but he's just not moving. Quantum really needs to get a tag into Saber. He is definitely running out of the tank. And I think High Voltage know this. That's why they're keeping him far away from his tag team partner. And oh, here we go. Split-legged moonsault. Goes to the cover. 1, 2, 3. And High Voltage put the nail in the coffin here in this feud. And for the first time in quite a long time, High Voltage was able to put Eminence down. They always were able to put Eminence down where it mattered. Whether a title was on the line, managerial skills. Unfortunately, that infamous table match put a bit of a damper on that. But they are back here tonight. That split-legged moonsault from Paradigm Jr. Getting the pin. And earning High Voltage the win here in the opening bout of the evening. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the next match of the night.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the Global Championship.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The second match of the night, the Global Championship. All spanning from this man right here, the Falcon, taking control of Bushido after Yamamoto just disappeared from World Wrestling Affliction and tried taking credit for Jet Kobayashi's victory over Angelo Epps in the title for title match at Wrestle Empire. Kobayashi said, look, I did it myself. Bushido weren't even around. And Falcon took that as disrespect and immediately turned on Jet Kobayashi and challenged him for the title and said, I'll prove to you that you needed Bushido. And the Falcon there with the Senshi and Katsuyori Yamashita in his corner. Wait, this is new music. And a whole new look for the global champion, Jet Kobayashi. Rocking that glorious global championship around his waist. And I believe that logo on his shirt says Lone Dragon. The Falcon has pushed this man to his limits and unlocked this new side of him. And he is here tonight to prove that. As he defends the title against his former friend, his former faction leader. Can this new Lone Dragon persona of Jet Kobayashi take out the Falcon here in this match? We find out right now as that beautiful global championship put on the line.
From Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 156 pounds, the Falcon. And his opponent from Yamaguchi, Japan, weighing in at 150 pounds, the Global Champion, the Dragon, Jet Kobayashi.
And the Lone Dragon, Jet Kobayashi, defending that global championship here tonight against his former friend, his former faction member, former faction leader, if you will. Not happy with the Falcon trying to make the claim that Bushido won that title. When Jet Kobayashi is like, no, I won that title. And this is what Angelo Epps was trying to say at the end of last season. The whole reason why we had the title for title match between the Light Heavyweight Championship and the Intercontinental Championship, which turned out to be a title unification match. Thanks to our glorious general manager, Mr. Davis Morris. putting the title on the line. Goes to the roll-up now. 1. And a kick out at 1. And Davis Morris putting those two titles together, unifying them into the new global championship. It's probably the best thing he's ever done. But as I was saying, Angelo Epps said to Jet Kobayashi, the reason he wanted that match is he wanted to show Kobayashi he didn't need Bushido, and he did earn the Intercontinental title by himself in that 6-man chamber match. And I think those words rung true after he beat Angelo Epps at Wrestle Empire, only for the Falcon to come out and claim that Bushido did it. When if you think about it, so far the only member of Bushido who's wrestled outside of the Falcon has been the Senshi, and he hasn't had the best of luck, having lost one match and gotten a draw in another match thanks to a count-out victory. Bushido haven't been doing too well this season so far. A win here for the Falcon could definitely change the tides in that thing. However, could Kobayashi, with his new style... Oh! The nice tope over the top rope. And Kobayashi just beating down on the Falcon here. The Falcon throwing Kobayashi in the corner. Now for cover 1, 2. Only a kick out at 2. And I think the ref just threw the Senshi out of the arena. Only Katsuyori Yamashita is in the corner of the Falcon now. The ref just sent the Senshi backstage. Big missile dropkick off that top rope. Goes to the cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. That hasn't bothered Kobayashi as he stalks the Falcon here. Punch to the face. A second punch to the face. Cutter off that top rope. Kobayashi just enjoying beating down his former faction member here. Shining Wizard on the outside. Gets the Falcon back in the ring. Goes to the top rope. Big senton off the top rope. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3. No, that was so close to a 3 count. The Falcon kicked out at the last second. The fans saying we're not worthy. I have to agree, this match is amazing. The leapfrog and the duck down. Big European uppercut, taking them both down now. And I think that may have been all the Falcon had. He's back to his feet. And dropping him onto the knee twice. Now Falcon to the top rope. Big frog splash over the counter from Kobayashi. That could have been it, but it definitely wasn't. Now these two trading blows back and forth. Kobayashi fighting back now. A kick to the face there. These two back on the outside of the ring once again. Big suplex there from Kobayashi. He gets Falcon back in the ring. Kobayashi just beating down on the Falcon now. Kick to the back. Oh, here we go. To the top rope. Once again, big senton off that top rope. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3, and Kobayashi retains. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an amazing match. And I think the production team playing the wrong theme song here. As that is not Kobayashi's theme anymore. But Jet Kobayashi taking down the Falcon, retaining his global championship, and earning that championship around his waist, proving he didn't need Bushido. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our main event of the evening.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Global Championship.
And the Women's Global Championship on the line here in the main event of Night 2 of the Blood and Thunder PLE. As this woman right here, Taryn Sky, in a new look and a bit of a new attitude, it seems. Coming off of a little bit of a mini feud with Cameron Newton. She was a tag team with Cameron Newton for most of last season. And after Cameron Newton turned on her, they had a match at Wrestle Empire where Davis Morris announced that the winner would be number one contender for the Women's Global Championship here tonight. And Taryn Sky won that match by a landslide and earning her... Oh my god, she's here. Rose Hamilton, the Women's Global Champion. Sporting a new look. Rocking that judo gi. Playing more into her martial arts background. Now that Global Championship around her waist, she fought hard for it. I mean, going toe-to-toe with Hannah O'Grady for months. So winning the title in sort of a controversial fashion, if you will. Their match was not meant to be a count-out match, as it was a submission match. And the ref counted out Hannah O'Grady to a 10 count, and Davis Morris announced that Rose Hamilton would be the women's well, at the time, the women's intercontinental championship champion. So she earned, well, I wouldn't say earned this global championship, but she did beat
Introducing the
Hannah
champion
O'Grady
from
at Wrestle Empire.
Karen Sky. And her opponent from Australia, the Women's Global Champion, the
And two Australians here in this main event of night 2. Defending that women's global championship here tonight in what is looking to be one hell of a main event for night 2. Taryn Sky, also the first ever women's intercontinental champion here in season 1. Could she start season 2 with the global championship around her waist? Oh, and here we go. Having a bit of a stare down. Getting the energy up. And they lock up finally. Throwing Hamilton back. Big clothesline. Goes to the cover now. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. A 2 count this early into the match is very interesting to see. A nice moonsault off the top rope there from Taryn Sky. And from get-go, Taryn Sky already in the driver's seat of this match. But as I say that, Rose Hamilton fights back, but then the counter from Taryn Sky. Big super kick from Taryn Sky there. To the top rope once again. No pun intended, taking to the sky. She lands a nice Hurricane Rana off that top rope. Again, a moonsault off that second rope. Taryn Sky is in the driver's seat for this match. I don't want to say Rose Hamilton is outclassed here in this match, but she is definitely showing her veteran nature over the martial artist Rose Hamilton here. Taryn Sky, a long-time veteran in wrestling, also more tenured here in World Wrestling Affliction by a few months, but still tenured nonetheless. An over-the-top rope kick to the face. And a nice tilt-a-whirl arm drag there from Rose Hamilton. While using her martial arts background, still adding some wrestling into her arsenal. Now targeting the knee of Taryn Sky. Kicking her while she's down. Double knee to the face. Rose Hamilton back on the offensive here. Taryn Sky back to her feet, but Hamilton just a slew of punches there. And Taryn Sky, I don't know what she was going for there, but she missed completely. But Rose Hamilton missed that kick. Leapfrog. Went for a move, but Rose Hamilton countered. Hamilton waiting for Sky to get up. Big jumping kick to the face. They're both down here. Sky to her feet first. Onto the second rope. calling for her to get up. Big arm drag. Moonsault off the top rope. Rose Hamilton scrambling to get to her feet, trying to get away from Taryn Sky. Fights back the counter, jumping kick to the face over the top rope. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? One. Only a 1 count. Rose Hamilton locking in the armbar now. Going to the Chris Jericho School of 1,000 Holds. Oh, sky's the limit. This is over. For the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Taryn Sky, ladies and gentlemen, starts season 2 the same way she started season 1, as champion. Season 1, she was the first ever women's Intercontinental champion. Now, she is the women's global champion. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow night, 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, for the finale of the Blood and Thunder PLE.